Hello and welcome to the day 19 of my 25 Days of Christmas tutorial series. Today I'm going to create a shaker card with a shaped window, and I'm going to feature some products from the brand new December release by Simon Says Stamp. To create this card, I'm going to need a top folding A2 size card base out of thick white cardstock, and I'm also going to need one panel which is the same size as the card base. Now to the die cutting. This is my favorite die from the entire release, and this one is called Burst. It looks just like those sunburst mirrors. So I'm positioning the die onto the panel at the top side, and then I'm taping it down and sending it through the die cutting machine. I'm not going to pop the die cut out. Instead, I'm going to create one additional die cut out of silver mirror cardstock. I'm going to release this one from the cardstock, and I'm going to set it aside for now and work on the rest of the card. Another die I'll be using is Stylized Angel. It's from the same release, and I think it works perfectly with the Burst die. The nimbus of the angel is about the same size as the circle on the Burst die, so I'm positioning this angel over the Burst and I'm taping it down, and I'm also using some pieces of washi tape to keep the Burst die cut in the panel. After I tape down the die cut, I'm going to send the whole thing through the die cutting machine. I'm using GEMINI Junior machine here. So this is what the result looks like at the moment. We have an angel-shaped window in the panel, plus we have that shiny rays around his head. At this moment, I thought I would add a little bit more interest to the background, so I'm placing this panel into the embossing folder. I'm using the Tiny Dots embossing folder by Sizzix. I'm closing it up and sending it through the machine again. And here I have a very subtle polka dot pattern that also is reminding of snow. The next step is applying some liquid glue onto the rays. I'm using Ranger Multimedia Matte in a precision applicator bottle. And then I'm going to stick down the silver die cut. I'm using the white die cut lines as a guide. Then I'm placing the angel die back again just where it belongs into the die cut window, and I'm going to send it through the machine again, and this way I can cut out this portion of the silver die cut that overlaps the window. Don't worry that the die cutting machine is going to flatten out the embossing. It will still be there. Now I'm applying some double-sided tape all around the shaped window, and I'm going to stick down a piece of acetate, just like we normally do for shaker cards. As always, the tools and supplies I'm using will be listed down below in the description box as well as on my blog. I have die cut the stylized angel image one more time out of silver mirror cardstock. Now I flipped over the die cut and I'm applying some liquid glue at the wrong side. And then I'm going to place the die cut right inside that window that I created earlier. I'm using a large acrylic block to hold down the die cut until the glue dries. Next, I'm going to inlay some of the die cut pieces onto the angel's wings. I'm not going to use all of them, just very few. That's because I'm not going to cover up the window entirely. I still want the sequins to be seen. I'm also going to add back the nimbus die cut just to accentuate this part of the image a little bit more. Next, I have applied 2 layers of foam tape at the wrong side of the panel, and I'm going to fill in the shaker window with sequins. I'm using the clear diamond sequins, plus I'm going to add some glitter. Then I'm covering up the shaker window with the card base. I'm just making sure the corners and the sides are well aligned. The card is nearly finished now, but it's still missing some finishing touches, so I have decided to use some silver jewels. Those jewels come in a few different sizes, so I have decided to add the largest jewel in the center of the nimbus, and then I'm adding the smaller sized ones all around it. And I thought I would scatter the smallest size jewels all around the silver rays. Jewels are a really strong accent, and I know people are afraid to add too many of them, not to overload their project, but I think if you go tone on tone, for instance, here I'm adding silver jewels over silver cardstock, then it's going to create a lot of texture without adding too much. So this is what my finished shaker card looks like. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with the project number 20, and I hope to see you again. Have a beautiful day.